Funny TSM.
Mommy money getter, TSM, yeah.
Getting money, what you say, huh? Getting money, what you say, huh? Getting money,
Yeah, what you say,
huh? Getting money,
TSM, yeah. It's like the money coming quicker. It's TSM and it's the mommy money getter. Get money every day. Get money. What you say? You gotta stack it up like 2 times. Them hunters got the blue lines. That money laid down like it's a couch or it's a futon. She going to that money, but that money going with her. If you don't know who want it, it's the mommy money getter.
getting money, what you say, huh? 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 Okay. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Because I was over here just talking and talking. And I don't know if you guys could hear me or not. Okay. Okay, can you guys hear me? All right. Now I can hear myself. What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing on this beautiful Wednesday evening? It's your girl, the Mommy Money Getter, aka MMG. I hope everyone is having a great evening tonight. Um, I was doing a lot of talking and I didn't see anybody responding, so I guess I got to say my little spiel all over again. But I've been feeling a lot like, there's a lot that has been going on, right? I've been feeling a little out of sorts lately. Um, there's just so much that's been happening, and I just been feeling a lot differently. I feel like it's me, but does anybody else feel like that? Has anybody else been feeling like the mood, like the whole vibe? And I don't like to use this word, the universe, but I feel like the energy is definitely a little bit different right now. It's been different since we got the orange, the orange blob back in office, right? But I don't know. I feel like 2025 started off one way, and now as it's coming to an end, I don't know, maybe because the seasons are changing. I don't know what it is, But we're going to talk about a lot. I really have a lot to talk with you all about tonight. Hopefully, we can get our minds off of our everyday, right? And get into some peach McIntyre tea, some Monica and Brandy tea, and Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. I have a lot of tea to go over with you guys. So I hope you guys are prepared. I decided to do it a little bit earlier, even though I'm on the West Coast. A lot of you all are on the East Coast. So I'm trying to like find a happy medium over here because uh I don't want to go too late and I don't want to go too early. So let me know, you guys in the Chizat, if 5 o'clock works okay for you on the West Coast, which will be 8 o'clock East Coast. Let me know if you guys like that time better or if you like it better when I go at 6. Because I find that I'm getting too lazy to upload videos and I'm just coming on live real quick. But I want to get back to uploading videos, especially since I have a lot coming up in November, December. I don't know. I don't know. I've been at home confined to my house like a like a hermit all week. I don't have a ride, okay? I went to the rental car place like twice, and once I forgot my driver's license, and then a second time I forgot the credit card. So I was like on my way back home to go get it. I'm like, you know what? My daughter was like, Mom, let me just drive you around this week. And I'm always busy, always here, always there, always busy. And I just saw it as a opportunity for me to rest and let somebody else take the wheel. That's how I just saw it. I don't know. But that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like, percolating. How are you guys doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Yes, Niche, I got your email. Even though I haven't been like really running around like usual, I still been running around today. I've been messing with this StreamYard stuff, trying to get it going right for you guys. I don't know what's going on. I got a little bit, but I still got to work on it. So that's what I've been working on. Um, I don't know how to get this studio going. This is all too much. I just want to get on here, do my live, do my job, and go home. Just give me my water, give me my check, and then I'm going to do my job and go home. So, with that being said, guys, I went and got my pajamas for the pajama party that I've been telling you guys about. I started my first pajama party when I do it back in June. I had the second one end of summer, and now this pajama party is the first pajama party since I became monetized. So, since the pajama parties get a little bit crunk, I decided that I wanted to do them for members only because I feel like we be doing the most. We play games, we play trivia, we do truth or dare, whatever we want to do that night. We bring drinks, we bring snacks to the pajama party, and I give out cash prizes. I mean, it's fun. So if you haven't already become a member, I recommend that you become a member now. It's only $2.99. You don't have to, but I'm just saying. Um, so November 1st, which is not this Saturday, but next Saturday, right after Halloween. I was thinking about doing it on Halloween, but I'll be busy with my children. You guys will be busy doing whatever. So that wasn't going to work. But I want to, in the future, do it like once a month, depending on how it goes. Um, it's just kind of a way for me to give back a little bit with the cash prizes and have a little fun with you all and give a special perk for my members only. Now, as my members grow, I'm at 50 members, by the way. I feel so loved. But as my members continue to grow, now that pajama party, it will go to the second tier. It will not be on the first tier. It will be at the second tier. Only because, like I said, I'm giving out cash prizes. I feel like it's one of those top tier perks. You know what I mean? And so when people join my memberships, I want them to be able to feel like I'm giving more than I'm taking from them. So that's why. So join up, join up. Don't everybody join at once. And that's what's gonna be happening. Did you enjoy the pajama party, Keish? I mean, excuse me, Niche. What do I have in my chiz at? Wait a minute, I got Michi. What's good? Michi says she has her pajamas already. So you guys, you know, you might want to get like her. Hey Marquita Sims, how are you? Elevated, what's good? Niche is in his house. Lisa, Kelly, how's everybody doing? Um, that's where I first met Elevated at my first pajama party. Like that's when I started getting guys to come over to my channel. I didn't have a lot of guys coming over and joining the chat. So um that was fun. And that's what I did it for. Whenever I do things with intention. Any lives I do, anything I know, it might seem like, what the hell is MMG doing or talking about today? I try to keep things lively and fun. And I try to do things where you guys will all be able to, you know, bond and connect with me, but also have your say, right? I like to talk and I have my opinion. So I like to give you guys that space to do that as well. Hey, Kate Porter, you're a girl. That's cool. I'm a girl too. Well, a woman. So also, we got that out of the way about the Pajama Jammy Jam, November 1st, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Be there or be there. Okay. And so tonight, see, I don't even know how to turn on monetization when I'm doing a live from StreamYard. I just learned how to go do the vertical stream on StreamYard. Like last night, I think I was horizontal, but I don't know how to turn it on. But you guys, I did set a goal, and if I reach that goal, I think it's just like five super chats. So if I get 5 super chats tonight, I'm gonna do another story time. So again, don't all go sit in the super chat at once. All right. So are you guys ready to get into it? So I'll let you guys know from the top of the show what we will be talking about. We're going to be covering the Boy Is Mine tour, Nicki Minaj. It's, you know, it's rumblings that Nicki Minaj was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Well, it's not rumblings, really. Cardi B said it. So it's growing legs, though. It's growing legs. So Cardi B didn't say allegedly. I don't know how she would know Nicki Minaj's business. She said people that are close to Nicki Minaj have been spilling Nicki's tea. So there's that. Also, the feds have until tomorrow, October 23rd, to get it in gear and get these people their stamps or no stamps for November. And I talked about this earlier this week or last weekend, one of the two. But guys, it's getting real. And I just knew that they were going to get these people their stamps. So tomorrow is the last day. If they don't do something and they don't come to some type of agreement for over 40 million people will not have stamps. So we're going to cover that. Also, Peach McIntyre is one miserable little troll. She has her whole entire family, I'm talking about on her mama's side and her daddy's side, in an uproar. But I have some tea on why she's going after them and why she is in such a hurry to get some money on. I'll talk about that later. Also, Cardi B has been playing dirty behind the scenes. Blogger Armand Wiggins, you know, he covered the Diddy trial. He says Cardi B has been trying to get him fired from his radio gigs, and she's working overtime to stop his bag. So we'll cover that. Also, Summer Walker's album is coming right on time because, like I said, my vibe is all off. And it's been, what, 4 years? 4 years since Summer Walker has come out with an album. But it looks like she's coming to save fall, winter. or whatever. Are you guys excited about that? Well, okay. So let's get into some things, honey. Right, Nisha? I think different perspectives are absolutely healthy. Um, I love being able to see how others think and to, gauge what I'm thinking. Like, okay, do people agree with me? And I don't really change how I feel or what I think very easily. I'm pretty dogmatic about my approach to life and how I see things. However, if somebody makes sense, they just make sense. So here's the thing with the Boy Is Mine concert. Apparently, and I noticed this day one. I noticed day one when I was watching different clips, and I actually watched the entire concert on YouTube. So I don't know if you guys are going to see the Boy Is Mine concert, but if you don't want to go see it or if you're on the fence, the entire concert is already on YouTube. Just letting you know. Your girl has tickets. I have floor seats. I actually bought my ticket Saturday and I spent a cool little bag. Only, only for Brandy to take her little frail self running off the stage. Now, Brandy, you better get it together before November because that's when my tickets, that's when I have tickets for the show. I'm gonna be hot if she don't show up, if they cancel this tour. Somebody better get up there and sing The Boy Is Mine with Monica. That's all I know. Okay, so this is what Brandy says happened, why she got off the show or why she ran off the stage. This is what she's saying. Okay, so if this is what she said, then I guess this is what happened. But I don't know. Brandy says, thank you all for the overwhelming love, support, and most importantly, your prayers. I sincerely apologize for the abrupt end to last night's performance in Chicago. After weeks of nonstop rehearsals, last night I experienced dehydration and feelings of wanting to faint. Everyone involved agreed that prioritizing my well-being was of the utmost importance. I still made the decision to try and return and give it my all despite not feeling okay, with having to make some adjustments in the show being very technical. Unfortunately, it was impossible to fully connect sonically with the production. I really appreciate everyone's best efforts. I'm deeply grateful to my sister Monica for stepping up with such grace and professionalism, and the entire crew for their continued care and support. I went from the arena to see a doctor nearby, and I have taken the proper precautions to help moving forward. Your understanding, patience, and unwavering belief mean the world to me. I look forward to returning to the stage stronger and more grateful than ever alongside my girl Monica tonight in Indianapolis. So they had the Indianapolis show the right after this and went on without a hitch. I think it was the sound. The sound is boo-boo. Um Now I didn't expect it to be an over the top production for Monica and Brandy. It looks like they're on a shoestring budget, right? However, I did expect the sound quality to be halfway decent. Like they need to get that together. Um, the audience is very engaging. They're singing all the songs. Brandy is giving it her all. Brandy is doing better than Monica. I've already seen them both in concert. It's been years though. I think I saw Brandy probably, I want to say 2013. She did excellent. Maybe I saw Monica last in 2015. Monica was really boring. I love them both, always loved them both since they came out. I used to sing their songs all the time. I know every song by both of the artists, front to back. I'm talking ad libs, backgrounds, bridges, everything. I can sing all of them down, and I will try to sound just like Brandy and Monica. So I can't wait to go to the concert. But yeah, fans are upset about the show already. And then they're saying that Brandy is lip syncing. I believe that she is. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You know, Brandy is known as the vocal Bible because the way she stacks her vocals and um, how she sings in several different octaves. I think her mother says six. I don't know, but I love Brandy's vocals. And I could see when they're dancing if they did a little lipping there, but I think they're lip syncing the whole damn concert. And I'm not happy about that. Like, you guys are R&B singers. I expect a little bit more professionalism. I don't know. I don't know. I just hope that if they cancel the show, I get notification in another time. Like, if you're gonna cancel it now. Cancel it now. Just cancel it now. Give me back my money and I can move on with my life. But as it is, there are thousands of fans who were waiting on this concert, and it's going to be a huge disappointment if they don't make it. Which leads me to this. I don't like how there's so many people like rooting almost for them to fail. It's like they want this not to work. And I don't like that. I don't like that. It's like every time a black musician, a black actress is trying to do something, our people always tear it down. And I don't like to be like, oh, black people always this or black people always that. But it does seem like that, you know? Like, encourage them, let them know that you support them, let them know you want them to keep going. They've been working really, really hard on this tour, doing rehearsals for months. And it's not easy. I think people don't realize Brandy and Monica are not 16 and 17. They're damn near 50. I think Monica is 45. She's about to be 45 on Friday, she said. And Brandy, I think she'll be 47 in February. These girls are damn near senior citizens out here trying to give us a good show. So let's support them and let's try to, you know, send them positive energy, or whatever. Let's not prey on somebody's downfall. Real talk. I mean, if you're not encouraging, you're discouraging. And that's not cool at all. Like, if your baby is starting to walk, would you tell them, see, you fell, you would never be able to get it right? No, you say, that's okay, baby, you got it. Like, send them messages of encouragement because I really need this concert right now. Like I said, it's a lot of negative energy in the world. People are losing their food stamps. Shit, you know. I done fell off the wagon. I done started eating fried chicken again. Like, come on, you know. Hey, M3, how are you doing, boo? Hey, Cancer 66, how are you doing, love? Thank you guys for tuning in. And yes, if you haven't already done so, please hit the like button. You guys know that irritates me when you come in and you don't hit the like button. Like, come on. It doesn't irritate me. I'm just kidding. But please, you may have forgotten. So please hit the like button for me. But yes, everybody, let's just, like I said, send positive energy Brandy and Monica's way because, like I said, they're coming to Los Angeles November 7th, 6th. Either they're coming the 6th and the 9th. I don't know. But I have tickets for one of those days. And I'm going to, post pics of my outfit and post footage of me at the concert singing my heart out. So be ready for that. What is that like? Oh, that's 2 weeks away. I think my outfit should be here Monday. Oh, oh, I got to get my hair done. Oh, okay. Oh, 2 weeks is just right around the corner. What was I thinking? I'm thinking, okay, it's October, concert is November. Okay. All right. Okay. So I got to get ready for that. But Next topic. They're saying that Nicki Minaj is schizophrenic, and by her tweets, I don't know if homegirl is just high, right? But we live in a time where everybody gets on social media like it's their diary or like they're having a confessional, right? And they just start spilling their guts, saying everything that's on their mind. And Nicki Minaj didn't take me for that type of person. But lately, I would say mostly since last year when she got into it with Megan Thee Stallion, she's kind of getting a little bit, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think she's schizophrenic. I don't think she's schizophrenic. I wouldn't go that far or bipolar. I think that drugs is bad. Okay, kids? Drugs is bad. Now, I'm not willing to say quite yet if there's some more girls up in that room, in that house. But if Nikki don't stop tripping, I'm going to start thinking that. All right. Now, Cardi B started that rumor. She said that some of her people told her that. And it looks like people are starting to believe that. Cardi B is one to talk. And I don't know why people would listen to her because she kind of goes off on tangents and crashes out on Twitter as well, except she calls people and threatens them. So I don't know why people are taking her word that Nikki is crazy, cray cray. I don't know. But the Breakfast Club seems to think Nikki needs help.
Around Nikki to watch
See for her, you know.
the irony of her replying to that interview, though. I would actually like Nikki to watch that interview, or someone around Nikki to watch that interview, and maybe, just maybe, get Nikki the help she needs. I'm sending Nicki Minaj healing energy. I'm praying for her. I truly hope she heals because that sister is hurt.
Yeah, but the first step of it is realizing you got a problem. If she don't feel like nothing wrong with her, then what? You know what I mean? Because she probably feel like ain't nothing wrong with her. Yeah. When you're not aware, when you feel like ain't nothing wrong with you, it's hard for somebody to even help you anyway.
And that's the beauty of Gucci Mane's book. When you read Gucci Mane's book and you see that a lot of the erratic things he used to do, the crazy tweets that came out of nowhere, those were all him having manic episodes.
Yeah.
Like,
and also what Gucci said was getting people around him that were there to help him.
Yeah.
He said there were a lot of people there that were making his situation worse, almost encouraging it. You know what I mean? So to get those people away from him was probably one of the first steps that he did.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Keisha Kayor posted.
Okay, so that's the Breakfast Club. And my issue with Charlemagne is he is very biased. When he heard a video, or excuse me, an audio of Cardi B yelling at Ice Spice's manager saying that she was going to beat her up and that she was and that she was going to have her boyfriend beat up, they didn't say anything. They refused to comment on the video, or excuse me, the audio recording of Cardi crashing out. So Nikki hasn't threatened anybody, but Cardi is notorious for throwing shoes at people. She admitted to throwing a radio speaker at someone at the airport, and they said not a word. So I'm just wondering, is Nicki Minaj right? Are they being paid to push forth this narrative about her? Nicki's not helping her situation, by the way. Nicki is unhinged right now, like with all the Jay-Z memes and blaming Rock Nation for everything. And she won't come out and say exactly what Rock Nation or Jay-Z did. She alludes to the fact that they are doing things behind the scene. And I think that what she is really saying, and it hurts her that she was cool with Jay-Z and Beyonce. And I think it hurts her that she kind of like did business with them and it didn't really go well with the whole title situation. But I guess she felt like these are my friends. And then when Cardi came out, when they started kind of doing business with Cardi and kind of, I think Jay-Z allowed Cardi to do the Imaginary Players. I think that felt like betrayal. And I think that's what it is. She feels betrayed by Jay-Z. And I think she feels like the industry turned against her for Cardi, which it can be said that that did happen. However, Nicki is still Nicki Minaj. And I think envy and jealousy is more of her issue than it being mental illness or drugs. And envy alluded to the fact that it's her husband who's not stepping up and telling her anything. But, and this is why I always say men should make more than their wives, because when a man doesn't make more, he doesn't have that same leadership ability. This is Nicki Minaj. This isn't, old girl from around the way. This is Nicki Minaj. If he pushes back too hard, he may feel like, man, I might get the boot as well. I just don't understand how this is a married woman spending as so much time on the internet tweeting all this different stuff. It's like, are you cool? Because in my head, it's like this. I don't want people to know my next move. I don't like people to know what I'm thinking. I don't. I don't like people to know what I'm thinking about things that are important to me or what I'm going to do next. And she's revealing a lot. She said that she kind of alluded to the fact that doctors diagnosed her with something. She did say that. And Cardi B also said that her husband, Kenneth Petty, is taking Nicki Minaj's American Express credit card and, buying things when she's in a stupor, high. She said he's getting her high and stealing her money. And then Nicki Minaj comes out with somebody's been stealing her credit card. It's like, okay, that right there lets me know that Nicki is not well, because why would you let your op know that they were on the right track? Like, most people wouldn't even let somebody know. I don't know, unless it's more to it again. But Nicki says things and then she sounds elusive. She gives a lot, but doesn't give much. I just hope that old girl gets it together, because you're the queen of rap. You had the title. And I think she is so pressed for Cardi not to get even close to her. I think that what Nicki believed is that she had the industry in a chokehold, and she didn't think that Cardi B could ever even get close to her. Remy wasn't able to do it. Little Kim, she easily got her out of the way. When it looked like Iggy Azalea was going to have somewhat of a career, she easily mollywopped her. So she was trying to use that same tactic with Cardi B, but it didn't work. And so when it didn't work, I think it bruised her ego a little bit. But who cares who's at the top? Like, you're supposed to roll out the red carpet for Cardi when she came out and let her do her 1-2. Sometimes you got to just step aside and let things play out. And then let the industry miss you, because when she finally did decide to do that, she was missed by the industry. But then when Cardi rolls out the second album, Nicki couldn't contain it. When she didn't sell as much, Nicki had to gloat. It's like, girl, get it together. I'm rooting for her. I really am rooting for her. I wouldn't want to see anybody deal with mental illness. Mental illness is tough. So yes, thank you, M3, for the super chizat. Thank you for the super chat. Money getters, big money getters. Let's throw some dollar signs in the chizat for M3. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, she is spiraling. I think Papa's okay. His father's there. He has people in the house too, I'm sure. And I don't think Nicki is insane. Is she mentally well? I think she's kind of like teetering, she's a little unhinged. I think that people use words like schizophrenia and uh bipolar. They use it to they paint they paint that picture with such broad strokes. Like, people can be mentally unwell and not be mentally ill. We all have the potential for that. I've been mentally unwell. I've been stressed and dealt with anxiety and depression. I've been there. And it does feel like you're about to lose it. I thank God for Jesus. I thank God every day. But, you know, and then I didn't do drugs. My worst thing was caffeine. Honey, I had to give caffeine and sugar up. I had to get Pepsi and Coke up because it had me feeling some type of way. Who knows? Who knows? But be careful with that stuff. She's definitely spiraling, though. It is envy. Envy can make you so jealous and so green. Cancer 66, like, I've seen people like that are so jealous of somebody, it can drive you crazy. And I feel like Nikki is so jealous of Cardi B, and she doesn't have to be. She hates that Cardi B has a fan base at all. She hates that the public loves her, eats it up because she doesn't respect her as a rapper. She doesn't respect her as a woman. So for Cardi to get the love that she gets, it drives Nikki up the wall. It's not enough to Nikki that she has her own fan base. It's not enough to Nikki that she had a sold out tour, that she's successful in her own right, that right now the industry sees her as a queen of rap. She doesn't want Cardi to be number two. She doesn't respect her. So I don't know if it's just jealousy or it's just, I don't feel like you deserve to be standing next to me. And that's life. You can't tell somebody else what they deserve, you know? Hey, Big Dean, thank you for tuning in. He said he already knew what's up wrong with her. How did you know that, Big Dean? Yes, time is flying by, Mama Three. It certainly is. Thank you for the roses, Big Dean. Big Dean, you always hold us down. I appreciate that. Always coming through with the love for the ladies. I'm gonna start calling you LL Big Dean because you come in with the love. I appreciate that. Yeah, so thank you so much. All love and respect to you as well. Right, you have to pray daily. Um, the word says, "By the grace of God, there go I." So it can happen to any of us at any time. Like, we can experience tragedy, especially if we had trauma in our past, stress from work, a bad breakup, our finances aren't doing well. Like, we have to know that those are all the vicissitudes of life. We're all going to experience things and take it all in stride. When you start getting too caught up into stuff, like some days, if I feel like I'm just doing too much on YouTube, or if it's getting to be too much, why is my child in there squealing like that? Probably playing Roblox or one of those games, and she starts squealing when she loses. But you gotta just like take life in stride and just know, when you show up for life and you do your best, there's gonna be somebody. There's always going to be somebody who's just a little bit better than you, and it will be somebody a little bit better than them. But you got to understand, nobody can beat you at you being you, like the lane that you have. When, like I said, when Nikki left and had her child and went away for 2 years, the people wanted her back. People were saying it's boring without Nikki, like without Nikki being here for Cardi to battle with, without Nikki being at the helm. Like, it's boring. Like, we don't really like these other girls like that. They just wanted Nikki to have competition because Nikki was the only one really doing hip hop for years. And people, more so than they didn't like Nikki, people like seeing competition. That's why people watch wrestling. That's why people watch boxing. People want opposing sides to root for, like with football and all of that. So I don't think it was something like they didn't like Nicki Minaj. They just wanted her to have some competition, and they wanted to, hip hop is all about competition and battling, and they just wanted to see that. Nicki just took it too personal, you know? So yeah, but that's what they're saying, allegedly. Let me just say that alleged. Cardi B started that rumor, and now the Breakfast Club is running with that rumor. And I don't know how they can say that. Nicki Minaj is crazy, but Cardi B is perfectly normal, cussing people out and carrying on Twitter as well. They're both Looney Tunes, if you ask me. Right, Big Dean. You have to definitely give your mind a break from social media because it's so much on here, right? It's like so many different things. Like if I scroll down my timeline, I don't know how I got Dr. Pimple Popper on here, but I got Dr. Pimple Popper, and then you can see all the body can do all sorts of things. It's magnificent in its ability to heal, but it's also frightening the way that if your body turns against itself, how it can just get these growths and tumors. It's like really like, ugh. But for some reason, I got Dr. Pimple Popper stuff. I got a woman done killed her child stuff. A woman got killed by her husband. I got all kinds of stuff going on all my different timelines. And I don't search these things up. I don't know why they think I want to see it. And I keep putting not interested. But for whatever reason, these things show up. And then what do? I get curious and I stop and look a little bit. And when you start ingesting all of those things, it does become a lot. It becomes a lot. And you got to take a break. Little Kim, Big Dean is my favorite female rapper. Like my top 5, Little Kim, Nicki, Da Brat, MC Light, and Lauryn Hill. My top 5. Um, Little Kim being number 1. I just feel like she made a new lane for female hip hop. She made it sexy, right? And I feel like everybody today is here because of her. They followed her blueprint. And I don't think she gets the credit that she deserves for Little Kim, but I love Little Kim. Right. People love drama. People absolutely love drama. It's like a train wreck, right? You don't want to see it, but you can't turn away. Same thing with drama, especially, like I said, if your life is boring, or I feel like the more I have going on, the less I'll entertain drama. But sometimes it depends too, right? Because like with the Peach McIntyre stuff, like when it gets crazy, it's like, what in the world is going on? And you kind of like just want to watch it so you could be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she said that. I can't. And it's like you hate watching it and you feel so dirty after watching it, but it's like you can't turn away. You gotta watch, you gotta watch, you gotta look. But yes, people, and then it's that shock factor that gets everybody watching and everybody talking about it. And then that's how these creators make money. And the more we engage with it, the more they feel vindicated, right? Or validated by our response. Like, okay, they must want to see it. I'm getting more my numbers are up. I'm getting more engagement. I'm making more money. So they keep doing it. I just laugh about it, but I'm not the one to play with. I'll come see about you in real life. Where are you talking about, Big D? Yeah, I'm not coming to see about nobody in real life. Like, forget that. Like, I just let people say whatever because, like, opinions don't matter. Like, people are not paying my bills. People are not concerned with my health. Like, if something happens to me, the people that care would be my children and my immediate family or whatever. So, and vice versa, right? I care about others, but really, like if I don't know you, like really, I'm going to send my condolences. I might even send a little cheese, because I do care about people genuinely. But at the end of the day, the people that care about you the most and who it will really matter to is your children and your family, right? So, because people are going to care, but then after a while, when you are gone for after a time, it's going to be your children who really miss you. People will move on with their lives eventually, right? So that's why I say, you know what? Why would I sit here and worry about somebody on the internet? Social media bums, right? I mean, I get shade thrown my way sometimes. I see it and I feel it. I don't, of course I'm human. So of course I peep and I be like, but I don't really let it I try not to let it really get to me because it just doesn't really matter, right? I still got to get up. I still got to make sure my house is good, make sure my children are good. I still got to check in with God and make sure that I have that spiritual connection, like I'm in alignment with what my walk should be. And when I'm not, I got to correct that. So it doesn't really matter what people think, I let people do them. But yeah, let's pray for Nikki and send positivity her way. She does have a child and she is, one of our legends in hip hop. So it's all fun and games, when she does all that stuff on Twitter. She says some crazy stuff on Twitter, okay? When she called Cardi B, Barney B, I almost lost it. It was so hilarious. But like I said, when you start doing stuff like that for days on end, that's not normal. It's not okay. Something's up. Something's up. So, and you got that husband right there, and he's not pulling your coattail. Like a husband is supposed to be more than just a pair of pants. That man is supposed to be the head of your household, even though you make all the money. If he can't say, Nikki, get your ass off that Twitter, you look stupid. Do you see what people are saying about you? If nothing else, he should be like, look, you looking bad out here. Look at what people saying. People think you crazy, my nigga. Get up off of Twitter with this. That's what I would want somebody to love me to do. Right? Like, girl, like they got you out here looking stupid. You look dumb on Twitter. Everybody is saying you crazy. Like, stop going on there doing that stuff. Like, when I was married many years ago, like if somebody said something, my husband was like, who cares? And even before that, like exes, like if I had like a disagreement with one of my friends, I'd be like, I'm gonna call them and give them a piece of my mind. They'd be like, call them for what? You're not gonna change how they think about you. If anything, you're going to validate them by giving them a piece of your mind. So what? Who cares what they think? So I do agree with why isn't Kenny stepping up to say something? Like, you're gonna let your wife go out like that? That's bad. That looks bad on you too. That don't just look bad on her. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But yeah. Right, Miss Kim 100. But even if he's going along for the free ride, if she looks bad and she loses out on deals that people no longer want to work for her, then you still lose out on your money. And like I said, most people, you know, uh, even if, I mean, you got to really just not care. I don't know, but like I said, it's different. Nikki probably has bodyguards. Nikki has, money. And he may be afraid that he's going to lose. I don't know. Or maybe he is trying. Maybe he is trying to stop her. I don't know. Who's to say he's not trying to stop her? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. Hey, Allison, how are you doing tonight? Thank you guys for tuning in. So our next topic is going to be Summer Walker. Let's get into that. Let's see. She has an album coming out November 14th. And like I said, I'm so ready for it. Her last album, oh my gosh. Her last album came out right when I got divorced. I got divorced in 2021. 2020, 2021. And even though I got divorced, y'all, I was still like holding on for dear life. We were still talking about getting remarried, child. We were real done with our shit. But she's doing
Please state your
promo.
name please state your name if you consent to this polygraph. Summer Walker, and yes, I do. Is the album coming out this year? Do you care what anyone has to say about your body? Was it his cousin's groceries? Would you ever marry a man for money? Is London on the track? Do you feel like R&B music needs you? Is the album coming out November 14th? Yes. Truthful. Can your fans pre-order it right now? Yes. Truthful. Please state your name.
So November 14th. I am a little concerned because Summer is saying that London on the Track is not producing on this album. You guys know London on the Track is her first baby daddy. Her second album was supposed to be about their breakup. And it was a good album. I don't believe that Summer Walker is the best singer. She does her thing, you know. However, I like her songs. I do. And I know that her first two albums, front and back, I love her. I do. I do. I love her vibe. And I think, you know, she says finally over it. And I'm finally over some BS too. You know, I'm finally getting my mind right when it comes to my love life. So I hope she has something on there for those of us who have moved on to greener pastures. We're at peace. We're healed. All of that stuff, like, you know. But I know she's going to come with some drama as well because she had the baby daddy after London on the Track. And Summer, she stays with a new man, right? Although lately, she's been steering clear of the men folks. She says she don't like men right now. And she shouldn't. She shouldn't. They shouldn't like her. Real talk. You like her voice, Allison? Me too. Me too. I think that second album had no skips, like absolutely not one skip. I like the only song I really didn't like was the song she had with what's that child's name? I forget her name, honey. What's the name of that song? I guess I'm unloyal. It was Unloyal. I don't really like Unloyal. I don't like that one. That was the only song that I didn't really like. But every other song I liked on the album. And when I get off of here, I might play it just for old time's sake, you know, because it has been 4 years. But are you guys looking forward to Summer's new album? Her fans have been waiting. She had a single come out last year. I thought the album was supposed to come out last year, but I guess she wanted to do a little touring with Chris Brown to promote her album. And artists are starting to get back into that promotion mode. Like before, they would put something up. I got an album coming out, but now they're doing a little bit more. They're going out on tours. They're doing different skits on Instagram. They're promoting these albums, and you got to do that. Like, so, you know, if the big stars have to do it, we got to do it. We got to show up and play the game, the social media game. So, all right, guys, like I said, if you are relying on food stamps to feed your family, go get you a, no, just playing. Why did Kevin McCall is Eva Marcel's baby daddy, her crazy baby daddy. He did that song Deuces with Chris Brown. If you remember, I don't know, that was a long time ago. but he kind of went a little cuckoo a few years ago. He was abusing Eva and stalking her or some crap. I don't know. However, he was talking about, oh, you guys need to get a job while you're relying on EBT. And then a couple of days later, he said he had an EBT card himself. So, like, oh my gosh, I think the main people who are saying you guys need to get a job, you shouldn't be on EBT anyway, they probably all have EBT cards. You should have been Eva baby daddy. I love you. Be careful. Big D. I don't know, she a little crazy too. He is an idiot, Allison, real talk. But Young Thug sent him $25,000. So to help out his situation. Because as of tomorrow, like I was saying earlier, if the feds don't get it together, meaning the Democrats and the Republicans, no EBT in November. If they don't come to a resolution tomorrow, they have until tomorrow, which is October 23rd. If they don't have it in order, no food stamps. No food stamps, people gonna be hungry. And I just want to know this. Wait a minute, let me play this for you guys. Let me play this. I thought this was funny because this is how people are gonna be acting. I think. Maybe not. But we're about to see.
Do anybody know the day that we gonna start stealing the groceries and stealing the stuff out the stores? Cause I get paid next week, but I can wait until y'all start grabbing stuff and then save a little bit of money that I got. But I need to know the exact day though, cause make sure I ain't gotta work and make sure I ain't got nothing going on. Probably need a ride because I don't want to drop my car. But just whatever day that's gonna be, just say yeah, just the day we stood in the stuff is this. Just drop it down there low and let me know. I'll be right there. Do anybody know the day that we?
That's really what it's about to be like, y'all. Y'all know that, right? Everybody's gonna be like, I'm thinking like, you know how people EBT, SNAP, food stamps. I know some people call it bridge cards. I don't know. I live in California. It's called EBT / Eat Better Today cards. But I feel like I do a lot of Walmart ordering, like instant cart and all of that stuff. I feel like people are going to start following those people from the store to your house and stealing your groceries off of your porch. For real. Or they're going to start going into these stores. Now, the Walmart where I live, they have cops off duty working in the stores, and they have guns. And the cop off duty, the off-duty cop, I talked to him last week when I saw him. I said, "Oh, are you an actual cop?" He said, "Yes," but he was off duty. Big guy. He said since he came into the store, there hadn't been as many incidents of shoplifting. So I don't know. You guys, if you go into these people's stores thinking you're going to just take what you want, I'm sure they'll be beefing up security too. So what I think is really going to happen is, like I said, people are going to follow these cars when they're dropping off groceries, and they'll probably try to steal your groceries off your porch. So make sure you're right there at the door when your groceries are being delivered. Don't do something like, okay, I'm going to order my groceries so when I get home from work, I can just pick them up and walk in my house. No, your groceries may be gone by the time you get home from work. I'm just saying. Or people will be watching you push your cart to your car, and they might try to stick you up for your groceries. I expect anything when these people can't eat. And the, little soup kitchens and pantries, they say they don't have enough food for everybody. What do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think they'll get something situated so these people can get their stamps, And I don't have the feeling like, oh, people need a word. I don't care If people work or not, I still got to work. I still got to hustle. If everybody in this world became a millionaire overnight, including me, I'm still going to hustle. You know, I'm still gonna got to worry about my own children and my own household. I don't care what somebody else is doing. And we're still going to pay taxes. And the bulk of our taxes are not going to go to people getting food stamps. That's what people don't realize. People don't care about their taxes going to bail out big companies, are going to, like right now, as we speak, people may not get food stamps, but they are building a $250 million ballroom at the White House. Now, how does that help Americans? How does our tax dollars going to a ballroom help us? We will never see that damn ballroom. We got to get our priorities together, people. We got to get it together. And chat, you got to get it together, because nobody gave me a $5 super chat, not one of you. And we have 3 minutes left. Did you guys at least hit the doggone like button? Let me know. Let me know. All right. So next topic. Cardi B is playing dirty behind the scenes. Armand Wiggins says that she tried to stop his bags. Now I'm going to play a little of this clip from a Spaces that he did. And let me see if it's still there, because these people will take their spaces off or whatever. So I'm going to see if it's still here. Okay, there it is. And Armand is talking about okay. Okay, I think they're set up. So basically he's telling everybody how Cardi B has been bullying him behind the scenes and trying to get him fired from jobs, but she's making it seem like he's bullying her. This is all alleged. This is what Armand is saying. So, you know, believe who you want to believe or whatever.
Hello. Yeah, so I'm getting a bunch of calls, mind you. I'm just like waking up. But I'm hearing that Cardi B is going off on me and my mama. And what can y'all update me on what's exactly being said so then I can respond? Because I don't even want to get triggered, because I feel like first it was touch K, now it's this. It's like, all right, girl, I'm being tested right now. So I don't want to like lash out. I'm trying to remain calm. So all I hear is I did pop in there. She's saying like I'm bullying her, picking on her. So I'm just trying to figure out, all right, what are we talking about? But just give it to me straight. Don't come up here and gaslight me. Just tell me what happened. Hello, hello. Yeah, so
she went on Spaces and I clicked on it, and immediately she's like, "Oh, Ken Barbie's gonna come over here and disconnect my internet box because I'm about to start going in or whatever the hell." And then she just starts talking about you. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, why is she doing this right now?" I guess it's because of your tweet that went viral yesterday. She's going off about it, and I was recording the space for you, but then you went on to like, "Fuck, who do I listen to?" Like,
Yeah, Armand, she is going off. Like, she's like,
she said she paid her bills. Strange.
She said she ain't pussy. She said you can't fuck with her. She said she got Colin got more money than you. You trying to flex your little car. He just bought a house in Virginia.
She said she knows exactly where you live and she's gonna send gay niggas on you. So stop.
Yeah.
Damn straight niggas. But I'm so confused. Like, you didn't even say or do anything wrong.
But she's sticking with the tweet that
I think you're like being more objective without like worrying about your alliance with certain artists as opposed to she just was speaking out.
To like come for Nikki low key, cause she be like, I ain't them bitches. You better go get them bitches. Like, who she be talking about?
So the first thing to make this about
But that's what she be doing.
She was addressing the Barbie in the comments, like,
send me the threatening shit because like if something happens, if something happens to me, we're suing her fucking ass because she keeps threatening me. So this is like the 8th time that you've threatened me, and I've never disrespected you. I've never called you out of your name. I've never talked ill about your children. I'm simply having an opinion, having conversations online. You don't like that I'm not leaning towards you and you're trying to push this narrative that I'm bullying you when in fact I'm not bullying you at all. She's never addressing the conversation that this woman has recorded me. I'm not even trying to really get into everything, but it's like, girl, I'm not allowed to have an opinion because it goes viral. I'm not allowed to ask questions because you're thinking that somehow you have to be pussy. I'm not. What does that look like? Of course, all y'all have more money than me. I'm not battling y'all. Like, but I don't like that. I can't have an opinion because it goes viral. Then all of a sudden, she's trying to make it seem like this woman is like I'm being pussy, like I'm considering her pussy. When at the end of the day, you're mad because I don't share the same viewpoints as you, and I'm having conversations that fucking that people want to talk about. Shit, that was a real conversation. That's not picking on you. You're a fucking celebrity. That's not picking on you. We're having hip hop music debates. You're in the middle of a fucking beef. And people are using you and they're using Nicki Minaj against one another. And we're having these conversations. But you're trying to make it seem like you're. Bitch, I didn't know that fucking tweet was going to go fucking viral. But you keep threatening me, keep trying to attack me because you don't want me to have an opinion that goes on the opposite end of what you're saying. Who's bullying you? I don't get up every day and talk about your fucking kid. I talk about music and the state of musicality and the things that she's put out on the internet in regards to this beef. So that's the shit I've been talking about. Hello?
yes. Do you think it's possible, or do you find anything like? Do you think you would have a conversation with her and hash that out? Not saying that you need to be friends with her or nothing like that, but just have a conversation.
I literally thought we had a conversation when we were making peace, and I was recorded and it was sent to Ken Barbie in the efforts to say that I was begging to be her friend.
No, I get that. Like, I completely agree and I understand.
Because I'm just trying to figure out what does this conversation look like. Take accountability for that, girl, and apologize for that, and girl, and leave me alone and let me just have my opinions on shit. But girl, you can't keep sitting up here acting like you're the big bad bully. You're sending all these people against me. You're calling motherfuckers to get me kicked off the air, bitch, and I'm not even able to say nothing. You're trying to stop my fucking bags, but I'm bullying you. What the fuck? Because I'm not saying what you want me to say. Trying to get me kicked off of fucking air. Calling the radio station, trying to get me kicked off of air mid-show. But I'm the bully. Lying on me. Literally fucking lying on me. Saying I called her ugly, saying I called her a bitch, saying I talked about her kids. They're trying to get me kicked off of air. If she's saying that shit on it, if she's saying that, that's that bullshit, bro.
I'm gonna send you.
So you heard it straight from Armand Wiggins' mouth. Cardi B called the radio station when he was on Angela Yee's morning show. He was doing basically commentary on the beef between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. A couple of weeks ago, they had a knockdown, drag out Twitter beef for like almost a week straight. They were talking about each other's kids, family. It got really nasty. And so the narrative that was being pushed was that Nicki Minaj is unhinged. Nicki Minaj is coming from Cardi, but Cardi B actually started the beef. She actually kind of started the beef by saying things about she was going to outsell Nicki Minaj. And so when she didn't, Nicki Minaj put up her stats. And then so when Nicki Minaj did that, Cardi B came for her. It's really convoluted. I keep up with this stuff so you don't have to. But anyway, during that beef, Cardi B said that Nicki Minaj had been diagnosed with schizophrenia and bipolar. I don't know that you can be diagnosed with both. I thought it was one or the other. But apparently she got diagnosed with both. Okay. And according to Cardi B says one of Nicki Minaj's people in her camp have been spilling the beans and told her that. However, Armand Wiggins says that Cardi B has lied on him. She has gone to, I guess, iHeartRadio, called up there while he was on the show and said that he had been harassing her, calling her ugly, talking about her kids, and she wanted him off the show. Now, if you know Cardi B's history, Cardi B has a tumultuous relationship with Black media. Anytime Black media reports on her, it stop reporting me, stop saying stuff about me. She hates to be painted in a negative light. She wants to only have glowing reports about her. She wanted the neighborhood talk and the shade room to stop posting her. She got into a major beef with both blogs a few years ago. And if you look at both blogs, they're both pretty messy, pretty shady, pretty toxic. But they are the popular blogs on Instagram, right? The Shade Room, very popular. And she didn't mind it when they would post positive things about her, but when they would repost things that she was doing that painted her in a negative light, she hated that. She didn't want them to post anything bad about her. Who would, though? I agree. I wouldn't want you to post me getting into it with my husband and posting me in a negative light, because the fans are going to start seeing that, and then they're going to have a different image of me. But Cardi B, they don't just do that to you. They do that to everybody. They report everything, except when TMZ reports on Cardi B doesn't start attacking Harvey. But when it's a Black blog or a Black commentator, then she goes after them. She threatens to have them attacked. And she's actually attacked people. She's been arrested for doing that. So when it comes to the Breakfast Club, Cardi B and Charlamagne are like this. I'm crossing my fingers. They are really close. Cardi B has been to his daughter's birthday parties. They don't just talk shop. They don't just have a business relationship. They're friends behind the scenes. They text each other all the time. They kick it. Okay. So the Breakfast Club is kind of like on Cardi B's side. Nicki Minaj has a bad relationship with Charlamagne. When she went up there last, she was really nasty and rude to them, number one. And number two, Nicki Minaj, I think, had made threats to them too, or something like that. So they have a bad relationship with her, and they like Cardi B more. And like I said, if Cardi B does something, they don't report on it. They don't comment on it. But if Nicki Minaj does something, Nicki Minaj is schizophrenic. Nicki Minaj is crazy, and things like that. So I just want to give both sides. I call Nicki Minaj schizo, and I think Cardi B is schizophrenic too. You know what I'm saying? They are both two peas in a pod. They probably won't vote on the food stamps, Kelly. I think they are playing reindeer games with the American public. And it's not just people on food stamps, it's people who work for the federal government, like at places like Social Security, people who work for TSA, all those federal employees. And I think people who are in the military, who are protecting our country, no less, they are not getting their pay. So it's not just about people who are on food stamps, it's about people who work. People who are employees of the government are not getting paid. So they need to come to some type of resolution quick, because if people aren't getting food stamps, if people aren't getting paid for the work that they're doing, how are people supposed to live? And this has been going on for the entire month of October, if I'm not mistaken, right? The government has been shut down most of October. They got to get it together. Real talk. We're not we're not paying our taxes for them to be out there showboating and um trying to promote their own agendas. They're supposed to be doing things to help everybody. When I worked at Burlington, they would fill up a cart, walk right out the door, right past the security. Now, when you go to Burlington's, at least where I live, they have all these different. You walk in, they have to let you in. They have they call like like when you go to a concert or whatever, they have these little stands and they have to let you in, and it's so messed up. People already stealing groceries off the porch. Ugh. I don't want to say nothing because I haven't had that happen, but I do see that in my neighborhood. Like, well, not in my neighborhood, in my city. You know how you have the Ring cameras, and then you can see posts from other people in your surrounding area. And some people will say that as soon as a UPS driver dropped off a package, somebody came up right behind them and picked it up. So I have seen that. Unlike Armand, but I don't believe that Cardi doesn't seem like the type that would do something like that. Allison, yes, she is that type. Yes, she is. They had her recorded. She didn't like something that Ice Spice said in a song, and she called Ice Spice's manager and went off on the manager and told him she was going to beat Ice Spice when she saw her, and she was going to have her boyfriend, have her homies beat the boyfriend up. She is like that. She is like that, Allison. She is definitely like that. So she would, and when the Shade Room have posted stuff, she's contacted them and cursed them out. She did the same thing with Bia, called her, cursed her out. If she doesn't like something that you say, if it seems like it's a diss towards her, or if she doesn't like it, something that you said on your song, she's gonna call you up and threaten you. If you post something and she don't like what you posted, and like I said, she's not the only one that gets bad reports. They post stuff about Nicki Minaj all day long. And Nicki does go on her on her Twitter, and now she says stuff, but for years they were saying bad things about her. Remember how they used to talk about Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston? I mean, could you imagine them doing that? Like Whitney Houston calling and saying this and that? I'm sure she did. I'm sure they did, because I remember um D.L. Hughley, I think it was, or I think it was Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said that Diddy had her fired for saying that he was gay years ago. So people do that. These celebrities, if they are A-list celebrities, they will call. They will call a radio station. They'll call whoever and say, "Look, I won't work with you," or it won't be said, but it will be implied. Like, you got this person on your show, they're saying this and that about me, and yeah, they'll get radio hosts fired. But she can't get Armand fired because he's a blogger. You can't really get him fired because he's his own boss. but she can stop his opportunities, and that's what she's trying to do. Well, what Armand said was, this is what he said. When Gucci Mane went on the Breakfast Club, I think it was Monday, to promote his new book, his wife said something like, people don't uh, acknowledge how Gucci helped them or whatever. And Nicki Minaj said something that about Keisha Kaur has always been jealous of her. So in response, Keisha Kaur posted a video with the Cardi B song. And so Armand Wiggins says, do people actually like Cardi B, or do they only like her when they want to piss Nicki Minaj off? And then that went viral, so Cardi B got mad about that. And she was already mad. And then she got mad about that. And it's not if she did it or not, because the spaces is there with her saying that she's going to have him attacked. People have a right to their opinion. Could you imagine somebody saying that they're going to have me attacked because of this live that I'm having right now? So yeah, she did it. She definitely did it. You worked for the feds for many years, Kelly, and had to work during several shutdowns. Now, what would happen if you decided you didn't want to come to work? Because if you don't pay me, that means I don't have to come to work. I'm not coming. If I'm not getting paid, why am I here? I'm not showing up anywhere. I'm not showing up to this YouTube stuff if my money looks funny. I'm not doing that. I'm not a slave. So what do you guys you had to go? Or would you risk losing your job, Kelly? Thank you, Purpose Unfolding. Happy Wednesday to you. That's what's up. Get money. What you say, huh? Get money. Oh, thank you, Cancer 66. Oh, yes. I'm nosy. I'm a nosy busybody. I like to know about everything. So I'm constantly reading, constantly researching, constantly in everybody's business. Oh, we're going to get into Peach. I think that's the next topic. Right. I'm not working for free. I'm not working for free. Like, I feel like this is fun. This is fun, but people get paid to do this, so I need to be paid too. I'm not coming on here for kicks and giggles. I like doing it. It's fun. I love rapping with you all. Let's not play. I love coming on here because you know what? Sometimes I could just post a video, but I like coming on here talking to you guys too. Oh, and by the way, if anybody wants to come up, because I put the link in the chat, I'll do it again if I need to. Let me see. If anybody wanted to come up and talk about the topics, let me see. Let me post it. Like, they have sounds and everything that you can do on StreamYard. I just never do them. But if anybody wanted to come up and talk about, oops, sorry, you can do that as well. All right, so I pinned it in the comments. And again, please hit the like button if you came in, because I know sometimes I'll come in the chat and start jaw jacking and forget to hit the like button. So please hit the like button. But let me see, did I go through all my topics? I think I'm almost there. All right. Okay. Let me see. What you all have been waiting for, Peach McIntyre is miserable. Here's the tea I have on that, y'all. The tea is, and I'm going to say allegedly because I got this tea from somewhere else. Now, you guys may have seen this tea. Okay? But the tea is, your girl McIntyre has a $43,000 income tax lien. Okay? Now, somebody said it was from 2019. Maybe that's when she was selling those waste language stuff or whatever. But she said she made $1.3 million. If she made $1.3 million, her taxes should have been way more than that from the feds, at least. I don't know. But I believe it because Peach is working like she is on one, right? Like she has been going in on April. Then she went from April. You saw it, Kelly? Kelly, you saw it? She went from April and picking on her. And yes, she is picking on April because April don't got it all there. April is a victim of child abuse. She has endured childhood trauma. April is a single mom. And April, she got some more girls up there in that house, just like Peach do. Did she get banned again on TikTok? You know what? She hasn't been on TikTok. She hasn't been on TikTok today all day. And something happened, but she hasn't been on her other pages either. But she wasn't on TikTok today. She didn't post at all. Maybe she's tired, you know? She's been up for days. You saw she withdrew 10,000. Oh no, she did post something. Let's see what she's talking about. Okay.
An excellent parent. And because this is my first class, and it may be my only class, not sure, you know me. I'll literally go after I literally just, ooh, the money's falling all over the floor. I literally just canceled a content creator class because of money. This is how passionate I am about this. The fee, the $13.33 ain't really for me, bitch. It's for you. Because I would do it for free. But if I did it for free, you would not value it. Meanwhile, $13.33 is a lot of money to you poor motherfuckers. So you will value the information. And what you value, you apply. And if you apply it, bitch, you change. And if you change, you save your motherfucking kids. Not only that, but you save your kids and wanting to learn more. I read.
Girl. OMG. So they didn't get rid of her off TikTok. If April really wanted to hurt her, it would be so easy to do. Just get her kicked off TikTok again. She's been bullying her for weeks. That's what I would have done. But that just goes to show you that Peach knows who to target. She knows she can target her family because her family is from the ghetto. They do have a certain mentality and they're not going to really fight her back because somebody like me, I would have been came and saw about her. And I'm talking about, I would have whooped her ass with paperwork. I would have did a cease and desist. I would have had her for bullying and harassment. I would have been all over YouTube, TikTok, and everybody else. I'm stressed out. I feel like I'm about to do something to myself. I need her off of here. All this stuff that she's going around saying about me, it's got me about to lose my job. I would have did everything I had to do to make sure that she would have wished she had never spoke my name on social media. I would have said all kinds of stuff, true and untrue, but she would not be talking about me and making money off of talking about me. I wouldn't care if it was a lie. I wouldn't care if it was true. You're not going to sit on social media for years and drag my name through the mud and get paid for it, and I don't receive a dime. That's not going to happen. I don't think they're going to roll up on her because, like I said, people don't want to, they don't want to get in trouble for her, which I don't blame them. But also, I guess they feel like they don't have power or control. I don't know what it is. And that she's talking about the money doesn't matter to her. The money matters very much to you. It matters very much to you. That's why you're willing to do and say whatever to get it. Now, when Pete was on here on social media talking about her brother Edward had been essayed as a child, when she was talking about everybody else, she also said at that time that that had never happened to her. She said that she had never had anything of the sort happen to her. But after her sister Akosha went live with someone who says that Wood had a baby with her family, the very next day, Peach came out with Akasha did XYZ to her. She's probably trying to get out of town because her half sis Mo says she come and she read Peach from her house, Wood and all. Right. Right. She did say that. She did say she was coming, but they're not going to go. They're just talking. And her sister Akosha is so cute. She said she actually didn't do anything to her face. She only took hormones and it helped feminize her face. She said, but that's her natural face. But I don't know what she means by natural if she took hormones. But she's really nice looking. And she's, you know what? I was watching her and her mannerisms and how she acts. Pete, he really put his he really put something on his children because they all look like Pete or William McIntyre, whatever his name is, Pete the Meat. All of his kids look just like him. And Peach and Akosha act just alike on social media. I don't even know if they're trying to do it, or if that's just their personality and their mannerisms. I don't know. But Akosha, she's very charming. And I was on her page watching her a little bit this morning. And she's just like, Peach is a liar. Peach is a wacko. Peach is just trying to do anything she can to make money and get attention. But he's like, I'm not really going to give her that attention. I'm going to defend myself. Yes, they can cuss up a storm. Listen, this was too funny when he said Peach needs to get off of social media and go comb her nappy-headed ass kids' hair. I was like, I don't like talking about kids. This ain't about kids. This is about what he said. And he was just going in on her, but Peach hasn't, after she said that, she really hasn't said a lot more. She said that she was going to go in on her family, and she's only been concentrating on April. I feel like she knows they have a lot to say about her. So she throws a rock. She throws a rock, but she won't finish it. She won't finish it. She did the same thing a couple of years ago. She said a little bit about Akosha and her dad, but after a while, she backed up because they know her secrets. They know her secrets, or they can go to the people who do know them and they can come out with it, or they can be just like her, just like she's saying whatever. I believe that Akosha is going to say whatever, and he's going to throw whatever's going to stick. And Peach knows that people will believe it. And also, she don't want people thinking that Wood is cheating, or, oh, you can say and do whatever you want to. But when you start saying that Wood is cheating on her, oh, baby, if you want to get Peach really mad, start talking about Wood. And they all got the same teeth. They all got the same teethuses at the bottom. They all, right, all 24 look alike. Her mama is so whack for allowing it. Her mom came on YouTube today and said something about she don't have to buy her kid. I guess her sister Drea was upset. Peach is so jealous of Drea because what did Drea do to you? What did Drea do to you? What did Edward do? Edward is halfway always trying to defend Peach. But what did Drea do to you? Drea didn't do nothing to you. You have never come on here and said that Edward or Drea did something to you significant for you to come on here and talk bad about them. Absolutely. She has met her match with those two sisters. Absolutely. Akosha had me laughing so hard. I thought I was at a comedy show. Right. She is so entertaining. Right. Right. her mom has something on her as well. I remember the last time when Peach went off on her, she said, I could shut this all down right now, but I won't. She should shut it down. I don't know I don't know what it's going to take for her to shut it down. Do you think it's a mental illness? And then Peach says that her mom tried to take her to get her money, but they wouldn't give it to her. Well, I know it's not always as easy to get somebody get money for your kid. You gotta have a lot of proof. And maybe she didn't have all the proof that she needed. I remember at one point in the 90s, they was putting all you had to say was your kid was a drug baby, and they was giving it to you. I know people who had like 4 and 5 children on the damn system because their kids was drug babies. I know people who had all their whole entire family on it. You just had to know what to say. You just had to know what kind of paperwork to get and all of that. And I wonder why Tracy thought that she should go put her on that. Like, what made her think she could go get it? And she said her mama said, they said, oh, you got to whoop her for that because she didn't get it. That's what she said happened. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but she just like she finally came on and said what Wood did to her. And even when she said that, people like kind of glossed right over that. Like people kind of was like OMG at first. And that's the real reason why she stopped talking to her mom, because her mom told everybody that Wood hit her upside the head with a vacuum cleaner. She's been mad at her mom ever since. And so she knows that Akosha is going to come on live. Akosha said that Wood had a baby by somebody else. Akosha has said that Wood likes guys and girls, and she has proof. After she did all that, Peach got quiet. She got real quiet. Hi, Casey. How are you? Peach thought her mama just wanted a check. Her mom knew she had right. Like you don't just take your kid and you don't have any proof. Like I'm sure the school said something. I'm sure she was showing some type of signs at home. Because Tracy had Section 8. They lived in projects. Tracy always hustled. Tracy also always worked. So she didn't really need to just put her kids on on SSI, you know. Peach knows them sisters are not playing with her. She knows how far to go. Right. Right. I don't think I think her name is, what is her name? Monique or something like that. I don't think she probably knows a lot about her from the sisters. And then there was another sister on there that said her name was Mimi McIntyre. And she said, I'm so sick of Peach. But if you go to their pages, they don't talk about her. They don't say anything about her. And then you see people from the Peach Patch saying, oh, Peach is just defending herself. They came for her first. I'm like, what in the world? Those people didn't say nothing about her. Peach went back 2 years and found old videos from 2 years ago to start talking about them again. So, yeah, but she's just miserable. And I think that she owes the feds and the state of Florida. Well, Florida they don't have taxes, but I think she owes the feds. And I think she's trying to get that money together. She's trying to get her money together before the feds come knocking or something. Something. And why does she keep getting $10,000 out of the bank? Like, why wouldn't you just leave your money in the bank? That's kind of weird, right? Like, why are you going to get 10,000 out at a time? Like, if you have, I don't know, if you have daycare and stuff like that, they take credit cards, right? Or they take ATM. So, guys, think she's gonna keep on with this content talking about her family? I know she keeps going in on April. She's been on that poor girl's head for going on 2 weeks now. And that's not right. Well, the Fed's gonna get their money. Purpose. That's one thing about the Feds. They will get their money. And there's not a doggone thing that Peach can do about that. Honey, they're gonna take it. And if she had any sense, she would know anytime you come to the bank and you take $10,000 out. Right. They had to report that. Right. They are reporting that. So I don't know how she's getting away without paying her taxes or whatever. You know. I'm not a big baller shot caller, but I just owe, what did I owe? I owe like, I just paid them. I had to pay thousands of dollars in taxes. I don't even know how in the hell I owed that. But I just gave it to them. I got tired of them. Hell, I didn't feel like doing it, being bothered with them no more. And I hate to see my taxes come next year. I hate to see them. I'm not filing. No, I'm just playing. I just got through filing my state taxes from 2 years ago. And I didn't even, I'd be like playing around. But I'm all caught up. I'm all caught up. You worked at the credit union for years, Allison? I don't know what she needs that kind of money for. I think she's taking a 10K out to give to her husband. That's his allowance. Because why are you taking out 10K every month? And like I said, if you have bills to pay, you can just pay with your ATM or with your credit card, right? You can just have it direct debited. That's what I do. That's what most people do. They go online or they have automatic debits. So why do you need 10K every month? Like, you're not going back to the casino? Are you going back to the casino, Peach? I think she's probably giving it to Wood. That sounds about like what she would give him. And she made the comment that, once I give it to him, it's his to do whatever he wants to with it. So if he wants to give it away, that's on him. I think he probably gets that 10,000. He probably goes and gambles most of it, parties with it, and gives a lot of it away and refuses to pay his child support. Right. She could do bill pay online. Absolutely. Giuliano, my husband wouldn't like you calling me your wifey. For real. That's disrespectful. But yeah, and you've been on all my damn pages. You done went to Facebook and everywhere. Like, I guess, oof. I start thinking stuff. I'm just playing, Giuliano. How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So that's what I just think. She's so miserable and so unhappy. I think a lot of it too. Somebody said she was in the closet going on for like 5 hours one day on live and didn't even sell one class. I don't think it's about money to her. I think the money, obviously, she needs it to take care of her family. But I think most of it is she's just miserable. You're all good, Giuliano. I'm just playing with you. I think she's just miserable. I think she hates it. And I said that before, like, don't waste time worrying about people who you don't talk to anymore. People move on with their life. Like, I think she wants to feel like people are so heartbroken because they don't talk to her or because they don't see her children. She wants her mom to be devastated. Like, she really wants to punish both sides of her family, but they don't care. They move on. Like, I'm sure they were affected by it at first when they couldn't see the babies, or Peach has those twins. I know her mom probably would want to I know that her mother would probably want to, have something to do with the twins. But after 2 years, hell, You'll get over anything, right? No matter how much you love somebody, if somebody doesn't want you to be in their life and they keep mistreating you, it may hurt at first, but after a while, you'll be like, okay, bye. That was on Saturday and Sunday. Right, right, right. Like she is miserable, like with a capital M, and manic. Miserable and manic. You know, I think that she looks at her life and what it's come to. She looks around and looks at Wood, right? And Wood can't read, and Wood doesn't make any money, and she has to make all the money. He can't be trusted. He can't be trusted to do anything for the kids. Like he can't be trusted to take McKay to the school to even paint the parking spot. She has to be the husband and the wife. Like, could you imagine being married to a man and he can't be trusted to go do anything? Like, you can't say, okay, well, I'll stay home with the kids today. Like, she has to do everything. He can't drop the kids off at tutoring. He can't go to parent teachers conferences. He can't go to none of the school meetings. Like, why be married to somebody? Like, why be married and have a husband that can't do any of the husband stuff? Like, lead the family and protect the family. Like, if she gets into a fight with one of her family members right now, Wood just gonna sit there and watch. He's not helping. Wood is not helping her. And Wood don't even come on the internet to defend himself. Like, Akosha has said some bad things about him. And he hasn't even come online to defend himself. So if Peach gets into it, people, she just gets into it with them. No, she doesn't want him to work. She wants him to babysit. She wants him to babysit and be at home. That's why she keep having babies because what's his name? Amazing and Wonderful. They're school age now. So if she didn't have any more babies, she like really wouldn't have anything to keep Wood tethered to the house. Like if she didn't have those last 3 kids, she has them. So, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But if she didn't have those 3 kids, guess what? Those babies will be at daycare or preschool because Amazing is in kindergarten, I believe. No, he's in first grade or is supposed to be in first grade. Peach says Wood shy. Girl, like to not turn that camera on at all. You let your wife make the biggest fool of herself every day. You could even set up the camera and just cut the kids' hair. You could set up the camera while you're cooking, while you're doing a get ready with me. You could do all kinds of stuff and people will watch. If I was Wood, when Peach would come on to talk mess, I would do another video. That's what Chris and E. Kane do. Chris came on and started acting just as crazy as her. And now he has him a little bag too. When is E. Kane gonna have her baby? I feel like E. Kane has been pregnant big and pregnant all year long. He doesn't have a backbone, Allison. He doesn't, unfortunately, because who would let somebody talk about their mama like that? That's crazy. Crazy. I think I had a little clip or something for them too. Let me make sure that I played all the clips I was going to play.
Thing and withdraw 20,000. Oh, they're not gonna let you get 20,000. $10,000. If I want to withdraw more money, I have to go to more banks in a day or order the money and wait 3 days at my favorite location. I have to withdraw $10,000. We're gonna go ahead.
Like she's withdrawn $10,000. If my count is correct, she's done it less than 10 times, more than 5, at least 5 times. Every time she goes, it's like she's doing it for the first time. Like you saw $10,000 before, but you can tell that she's still not really used to money. She's not really used to having money, a limitless amount of money. Like, even though you guys understand, even though Peach is taking out $10,000, that's going to Wood. I believe that's Wood's money, that 10K. And then whatever else she has to pay bills. I mean, she has put so much debt on herself. That's the video you saw, Purpose? Oh, Fierce Momager. I like Fierce Momager. I watch her sometimes. But sometimes, if somebody did a live stream, I was actually watching a little of her today. If somebody does a live stream sometimes, I don't watch it all. I can't watch it all. Allison says she looks like she needs a good hot bath. Allison. Wood knows he does wrong in the street, so he doesn't want to make any waves. I don't know. I think, the way he just sits there, I feel like I believe that he's below average intelligence, if you know what I mean. I believe he is something that starts with a R, has a T and an A and an R. And that's as much as I'm going to say. It used to be, now it's an outlawed word. Now they don't want you saying that, but it used to be like a word that was really used in school, but I guess people got offended by it because it started being used as a slang. But I think, if you ask me, because I know a lot of women would slow men like that. Like, that's a new thing, right? Like, right, Purpose. I believe that too. I don't believe that he's shy. He acts just like somebody I know that was close to my family, and he was always talking in a whisper like that, like kind of like real low. Now that he's older, he kind of just smiles all the time like that. Like Wood, he just kind of smiles and nod, just like this person, but he doesn't make any waves, and he kind of just like stands there in the background. Like, he knows how to dress, and he knows how he wants to look, right? Like when she said he told her friend, "I want you now." And it's like Peach acts like she doesn't know what's going on. Allison, I believe he don't have a give a fuck it bone in his body, but he's definitely like that, Allison. Definitely. And she said he was in a 600 hallway, that he was special needs or special education. So I believe that's what's going on with him. I really believe that's what's going on with him. And I believe that's why she can control him and tell him what to do, because, he's a special person. That's what I think. I don't understand women who end up with special guys. I mean, especially with Peach always saying, "I'm brilliant, I'm smart, I'm a genius, blah, blah, blah." I don't understand, why she's with a special person. You know what I mean? He is not sneaky, Allison. He is not sneaky. He always get caught. He always gets caught. Every time he tries to do something, he gets caught. He always get caught every time he does something. Cause he don't have Peach catches him with magnums in the truck. The Barbie do hair told on him. Every time he does something, he gets caught. Every time. So, well, that's the show for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with me tonight. I enjoyed myself talking to you guys. I hope you guys all have a beautiful rest of your evening. I might be back on here tomorrow. I don't know. I kind of just been winging it for the last couple of days. I had some ideas from videos, but then I got lazy. And, because now once you get monetized, you kind of got to do stuff the right way, right? If you want to get paid. So that's, I used to do all my videos vertical, but now that I'm monetized, I got to do them all horizontal. So when I do them horizontal, I actually got to edit them. So that's what it's been. That's why I haven't really been uploading. So she is special. I'm glad you caught me too, Purpose. It's been a while. You know what, Purpose? Do me a favor. And people probably think, oh, she just wants somebody to like her content. But sometimes if I go search your name, I won't find your name. If I search it, I don't know why, especially with a name like Purpose Unfolding. You might not think so, but that's something that is like a common phrase. So if your name is a common phrase, like Mom of Three is a common phrase, right? I used to be like Mom of Five on one of my pages, Mom of Five Daughters or something like that. That's actually common. So if somebody else has something similar, or if somebody uses that as a hashtag, then I won't find you. But if you like something on my like a short, even if you just watch like a short and you put a comment, then I can see that you did that and I can find you. And what I usually do is I'll just go ahead and like a few things and do it and watch a few things, and then that's how you'll get back in my algorithm. Okay, guys. That's it for tonight, guys. Have a great night. God bless. And like I said, I hope you guys will make it to the pajama party. I would love to have you there. Get you some PJs, find out what you're going to snack on, and don't forget, join the membership so that you can be included. All right. Have a good night. Thank you, Allison. Purpose, I'm sorry. I was just about to click in stream and I saw you guys post something. Purpose, you haven't been on YouTube like that? I know I haven't been seeing it. Like sometimes, like some people are always on my chats or always liking my stuff and I always support them. But I have so many supporters now, guys, which I'm happy for. I'm so happy that you guys all come and support me. But sometimes, like if I get certain people and then I just start watching their things, and it's not like YouTube shows you everybody. They just show you the people that you interact with the most. And so that's how it just ends up happening. But I like supporting everybody. So if I haven't been to your channel in a while and you come across my channel, just go watch a video and then I'll come back and hit you up. And that's how, I'll usually get people in my algorithm. But thank you guys for your support. I appreciate that, Allison. I'm glad you like my content. I am trying. Have a good night, guys. God bless.